It's me, back again. Oh boy. Listen, the first time we did one of these, uh I did not want Mario to be the killer. Well, not really. Like I knew how to do his voice. I had him down like Luigi, but while I love DDD, I think he's a great character. I did not have his voice down. And I don't think that was a big contributor as to why I want him dead. But I mean, he was like, hey, let's be buddies with the main character, which also have Rose's suspicion of Parappa. That's why he was so weird, like so affectionate. But that could just be me thinking anyone who gets close to Luigi is going to die syndrome. But that's probably not it. I mean, Mario was acting super sus. The reason why Mario was a lot easier to catch, my opinion, is because he was acting sus. He was acting a lot like now. The the shortest lead that I have is it's gotta be one. I mean, the conductor seems to be the most sus now, like the most suspicious. However, this is Danganronpa, even if it is a a fan fiction. So the obvious candidate is probably not it. Like for example, when we all thought that no, that's not true. Like, for example, in the first case, when everybody thought, hey, it's gotta be Makoto, right? Because Makoto is, you know, very suspicious. He was the only one that was there with Sayaka. But then we all got the message that very clearly read Leon, and all suspicion was gone. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like the first case was a lot harder in Japan because I don't think that Leon message was in Japanese. At least I don't think it might have been, but like moment when people like I've seen a few LPs of Danganronpa and played myself, and it seems to be that like the minute that you find that it's the minute that all suspicion of everybody else is gone. But right now, as it stands, I have no idea who could have killed DDD. Like, it's completely up in the air. The first time, I think I already talked about this, but Mario was very obvious. That was his problem. Like, he was like, Luigi, go back to sleep. Like, isn't that suspicious? Like, don't look too much into it. You know, like, it's probably fine. That attitude after somebody's dead is not good. Like, I mean, Korikyo had a few mystery. It was a bit mysterious, but right now, like, the conductor is the biggest suspect, but he's not the most suspicious. like because he had a bad relationship with King Dedede for his prejudice against penguins. But if I'm going to be honest, I don't think it was him. Like it built it up for him to it be him, but I don't think it's going to be him unless this is like a switcheroo and they were like, haha, it was him. Because if I'm not wrong, Luigi hanged out with Miku a little bit ago. And yeah, Miku was one of the sus ones. Well, not one of the sus ones, but like last time, Luigi hung out first with Mario, and then he hung out with Ashley. But Ashley did not seem that important to the case. But then, but now he hung out with the conductor, and then he hung out with the no, he hung out with the penguin first, with Didi, I mean, and then he hung out with the conductor. Now, I'm not saying there's a correlation between who Luigi hangs out and who gets murdered, but it seems to me that if this writer wants to vary it up, the murder to victim ratio should be different. What I mean by that is that don't make Luigi hang out with the people that are involved in the crime. Luigi hung out with Miku, with the conductor, and with DDD. And now DDD is dead, and the conductor is my biggest suspect so far. But but he is like the fake suspect, unless he's like in suspicion, but not really, because why would he lead them to the murder place? Unless it was Mikan. But a case like Mikan hasn't happened yet, and not many of the other people are really. I mean, we haven't seen Yandere do anything so far on this trial. So, oh, well, on this place. So I guess she could be suspicious, but I'm not going to put it against her just because she didn't appear all that much. Like after they put the motive down, she was like she was like people might be thinking the wrong way about things. And like people don't think that anyone is not going to murder. So let's start. A murder. Like that was a murder. Conductor's scream rang through Luigi's ears as he started to stare at the unmoving body. He trembled as his inner thoughts swarmed around his mind like an infection, a despair-ridden infection. Uh, okay, so for those who basically he is like tied up really well in his torso and what you would call his neck. Um, he also seems to be bleeding. He also seems to have two X, 2X scars on his arms. Well, not scars, but like two cuts in form of an X on his arms. And his hat, the DVD hat is off of his head, and he's hung up upside down. So I'm guessing who is related to the letter X, because right now I don't really have a suspicious. person aside from the conductor, but the conductor just fought against him. He had like a prejudice against penguins due to DJ Groove. As we learned in the last episode, the reason why he hates DJ, well, I mean, the reason why he hates penguins is because DJ Grooves won against him once, and he can't stand that. So, yeah, the conductor is the most, like I've said a bunch of times before, the conductor is the main suspect of this place, but I doubt it's him. It's just like, huh? But how? Ding dong ding. Oh wait, but huh? But how? That was Parappa, by the way. Ding, ding dong, bing bong. A ding dong, bing bong. Are we rolling? Yes, we are. Get. Guess what, folks? A body has been discovered. Come to the performance hall to get an eyeful of this. Luigi felt the dread creepy in as the announcement confirmed what he was looking at was true. Didi was dead, and someone had killed him. Someone had betrayed everybody and killed him. So my suspects right now are the conductor, Parappa, and Yandere-chan. Those are the suspects. You know. It took a while for Luigi to hoist himself up from the floor, and once he had, he noticed everyone else had arrived, looking particularly confused and terrified as well. Penguino! Penguino! He's dead. No, not again. Again. Mokuma said. Hey! Hey, this is not your fault. You keep wanting people to die. Living is pretty sweet too, you know. Sure, you can say that all you'd like, but you do realize one of you did this again, right? It's not me. I didn't put a motive. I wish for unlimited power or anything. It's not me. I didn't cause this. This is your guys' fault. How dare you? It's not like I locked you up and put motives around to kill each other. No, that's dumb. You guys should have stayed true to yourselves. You know that kind of bullshit where Monokuma's like, nope, it's not me. I didn't put the motive there. Nope. Anyway, I'm gonna continue. I thought we all agreed not to. Looks like someone used our trust to betray us behind our backs. I only wish that it was for the sake of hope. Well, one thing's for sure is that DDD is DD dead. God damn it, Sans. That was actually pretty good. I like that one. Alright. You, you shot the peck up. Sorry, I had to. Must we must we investigate again? Yep, it's the rules after all. Monokuma fumbled around in his back pocket, which seemingly appeared from out of nowhere, and pulled out a similar looking tablet. Here is the Monokuma File 2.0. Happy investigating. Monokuma elegantly slid the file onto the stage and scurried off. Luigi looked around at everyone, taking their initial thoughts and expression. I don't want to do this again. Me neither. It's not fair. Would you rather die? Well, well, no, it's just too much to handle. Maybe, maybe it is, but we can't ignore DDD's death. It's in our right to solve this mystery for his sake. The words escaped Luigi before he even realized it. With his pent up fear and frustration, he must have let out what he truly felt to make everyone listen. Luigi's right. We gotta do this for DDD. In that case, it's already obvious who the killer is. You already know who it is? Well, you, duh. What? Me? Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be you. You always fight with him, so you probably killed him out of rage. As much as I want to say this, I don't like Teto. Like, especially in the first trial. Like, she wasn't like, hmm, let's see if anybody else has a monocoin. No, I don't think so. Let's keep going. Let's insult Luigi and make him feel bad. But anyway, let's keep going. Sure, I hate his guts, but I never had any intention to murder him. Why is he talking like this? He didn't do this before. We'll be the judge of that, yellow shark. Before we can start making accusations, I think it's best to start investigating. First, we need our crime scene guards. I'm on it. Come on, Brian. Let's go stand by the boombox. Not to play any music or anything. Actually, Peter, I want to do some proper investigating this time. I I can take his role. I want to stay by Pinguino's side. Oh, I like that Miku calls him Pinguino. That's too sweet. You hardly even knew him. No, that's Ashley. You hardly even knew. No, it's not Ashley. You hardly even knew him. I guess I don't know. Well, I'll stay close by then. Don't tell me it's Brian. Eh? Because Brian not actually wanted to not be the bodyguard like last time could indicate that he might have been the one and he's just because Brian is this Brian is an asshole like through and through. I don't think either he killed because he wanted to be famous, to be rich, to have written an actually good novel or something, or he killed out of frustration for the sheer amount of that frustration that the conductor gave him to sus the conductor. But I don't think it's gonna be. Well, Brian could be. Anyone could be, except for Luigi, because I don't think they're gonna do another Danganronpa 3 thing. But anyway, the conductor stood in silence, knowing that he was the biggest suspect in this case. The conductor looks pretty guilty right now. I guess it's because he never really made up with DDD. I kinda feel bad. I kinda, yeah, I feel kinda bad. Maybe I should have tried to make them forgive each other instead of avoid one another. But I guess there's nothing I can do right now. No, there is. I'm a, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this case for DDD's sake. Investigation. Hey Luigi, can I help you out with your investigation? You were pretty cool last time, so maybe I could help as your sidekick or something. Sidekick, huh? Usually I am the sidekick. Luigi thought to himself and chuckled a little bit. Of course, Parappa. I could use all the help I can get. Awesome! What should we look at first? Well, the best thing to do right now is to check the Monokuma file. It will give us a basic understanding. It will give us a basic understanding with what we are dealing with. Oh, oh yeah, haha. Luigi, followed by Parappa, walked to the stage and picked up the Monokuma file. Okay. The victim, the victim is King Dedede. The estimated time of death was around 11:30 p.m. The body was found in the performance hall on the second floor. Airflow has been restricted by the tight ropes around his neck. There are also traces of external substances inside DDD. Furthermore, there are stab wounds on either side of DDD's upper arms. Yeah, but the thing is, DDD is quite heavy. So, unless the conductor somehow managed to hoist him up there, I don't think the conductor is the guy. The strongest person in here would be Peter or Yandere-chan. So Peter has gained a little bit of suspicion for being the strongest person in here. Huh, that's weird. What is? What is? It doesn't explicitly state the cause of a death. But it's very clear he was hung, right? Suspicion level increased 15%. Well, maybe. And that doesn't mean by external substances. Something must have found its way inside DDD's body. I'm guessing it's most likely that the culprit wanted it there. Luigi slightly jumped at the unexpected voice. He turned his head to see Nagito peering over his shoulder at the file. What could it be? That's something I want to find out. Thinking it to himself for a moment, Nagito strolled away, and Luigi placed the tablet back onto the stage. This case might not be so straightforward as I thought. Luigi thought to himself, Monokuma file number 2 has been added to truth bullets. So, are you going to look at the body? Well, I guess I have to. We need to confirm the cause of death anyway. Now, see, if Parappa made another comment about the cause of death, suspicion level would have increased, but no. There's a lot of rope on him. In fact, there's a 2 ropes being used here, probably to keep him secure in his position. Man, they tied him up like a rotisserie chicken. How cruel! Penguin is not a delicacy. But why did they tie him upside down? I just realized that too. It's a pretty strange. We couldn't have just tied him upright. Maybe it was easier to cook him from the head? He's still going on about the victim being food. No wonder Brian doesn't want to keep guard with him anymore. Luigi stared closer at the rope around Didi's neck. Like I couldn't help but the pang in his chest as he noticed the the penguin's strained expression. Poor Diddy. Now let's see here. It looks very tight around his neck, huh? It's practically pulling at the skin. What kind of person would have done that? It's so horrible. It's like they were trying to pop his head off. Yeah, it looks very unprofessional. Huh? When did you get here? Ah, Jan-chan, you were pretty cool last time too. Do you have any thoughts about this? Their Chan stared at the bloody still. I don't think she took the compliment well. Does she not get praised a lot? And Jerry Chan. Okay, I'm gonna continue. If anything, it seems like it was the first killer's attempt at a hanging or a strangulation. Or the cause of death isn't stated, is it not? It must be either of the two, but it's unclear what it is yet without further exploration around the cause. Ooh, Jan Chan, you're so smart. Please catch the criminal for us. Jan Chan in question made an uncomfortable face. And again, Luigi thought to himself, rope has been added to truth bullets. What do I look at that now? Hey, why is his beak taped? Luigi shot his eyes to Diri's beak, where it was indeed taped up by the looks of some duct tape. Haha, duct tape. Wait a minute, duct tape? It literally says duct tape. It doesn't say D-U-C-T, duct. No, it says D-U-C-K, duct. Hmm. Did this guy make this joke before I could make it? God damn it. Huh? Maybe they wanted him to keep quiet or something. Could have been screaming his songs out otherwise. He was awake? I mean, why else would he be there? Just for show? Yeah, probably not. But how was he awake? Yeah, surely the killer tied him up while he was unconscious or something. Well, that just begs the question. How did they knock him out? And where? What a, what, what a, what a giant overload of questions! This feels like the time I was on that late night talk show. It is quite a lot to bear, he thought to himself. The thinking to himself is only like it's like words between parentheses, so that's why I have to say Luigi thought to himself because otherwise you guys will not be able to know when people are thinking to themselves because in the games this is this is done by the inclusion of two colors. If the text is blue, that means that the character is thinking to himself. If the text is white, it means that character is talking. If the text is green, it means that Mr. Tutorial is talking. Who's Mr. Tutorial? I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. Duct tape has been added to the truth bullets. As Luigi tried to gather his thoughts, he noticed Chan eyeing the sides of Diddy. Oh, what are you looking at? The stab wounds on both of his arms. They look suspicious. Suspicious, huh? I guess you are right. Uh, don't eat. Don't eat before doing these. Jesus. Suspicious, huh? I guess you are right. Why did he need to get stabbed? Maybe they're just there for show? Like an art piece, penguin is not something to be carved on. Well, whatever they are for, we'd better keep a note of them. Stab wounds have been added to truth bullets. Do you think that's everything, Luigi? That's really all I can see. Would you like to check too? Me? Yeah, maybe you'll notice something that I didn't. Okay, I'll try my hardest. The small dog stared to search around the circling the body determinedly. Luigi watched in silent confusion as and awe at how serious he seemed to take his role. Ah, I see something. Really? What is it? Papa gestured Luigi to come behind Didi and pointed to a particular area on the back of his supposed head. Wow, he's looking a little bald here. But isn't it weird? There's just a patch of missing feathers. Yeah, that's definitely not normal. Then again, who's to know? No one's seen it without his hat before. That's probably why he wears that hat then. Have you seen Didi without his hat before? No. Let me check. Hmm. There's just a lot of There's just a lot of meme images of him without his hat. But I don't think there's a genuine moment when he was hatless. Uh, yeah, no, I don't think there's a moment without his hat on. Uh, yeah, I don't see anything. Yeah, I was just checking the internet to see if I could find maybe a frame in the show where he took his hat off, but no. That's probably why he wears that hat then. is is that why you wear that hat too, Luigi? Oh, what? No. Okay, what about you, dog? Huh? Huh? Hey, that's not very nice. Sorry, pretty lady. Alright then. That was a good catch, though, Parappa. Thanks. I can't. No, I don't like when Luigi and Parappa interact. Not because they don't have good chemistry, but because they have very similar voices. So that's why. Art patch on DDD has been added to Truth Bullets. Hey, what? hey, hey, what's going on over there? Hmm? The two turn to a familiar tall man looking at some staging equipment behind a curtain. Curious, they decide to walk up to him. Hey, Tutti, did you find anything? I think so. I just want to take behind stage to see if the killer left some evidence and found this. He went to a dolly sticking out from the rest of the equipment. What is this? It's dolly. Not using much staging, but I guess it's helpful in transporting stuff. Transportation, huh? But that wasn't the only thing I noticed. Tootie pulled out the dolly into the light, and Luigi noticed an abundance of blue feathers scattered around the dolly's surface. Blue feathers? It must be these. I guess the killer used this to transport him here. I guess the killer used this to transport him here. So, so was he somewhere else beforehand? Beforehand? That's interesting. We could have, where he could have been. Should we ask around to find out where he was last seen? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Thanks for the fine, 2D. Happy to help. I'm Australian. Hoity, hoity, hoity. You know, us Australians do the hoity, hoity sometimes. I don't know if that's like the hoity, hoity, hoity. I was just more like, being like the meme where I'm like, I'm Woody. Howdy, 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 howdy. You know, the one. You know the one. You're lying. Come on. Anyway, let's continue. Dolly has been added to Truth Bullets. Luigi and Parappa left the stage where Luigi saw Ashley kneeling down over a mic stand by the entrance. Hey, what's that doing here? I don't know. Shouldn't all the equipment be behind stage? Oh, maybe that was what. Oh. Oh, maybe that was what. Maybe that was blocking the door. Blocking the door. Blocking the door. The door to the performance hall was locked when me, Parappa, and the conductor came up here this morning. And maybe that was jamming the door shut. A mic stand? Is that really the thing they came up with? Pathetic. That's harsh. Then again, this is a killer we're talking about, so I guess it's okay. Luigi thought to himself. Hang, hang on. If the killer locked the door, how did he get out? Maybe he didn't get out at all. Didn't you? Didn't get out at all? You mean they were still in here after we found the body? It's just a possibility. Who wasn't there yesterday? I mean, I don't think it's going to be Yandere-chan anymore because she criticized the work of the killer. So I don't think it's going to be her. But who else could have stayed? I guess Brian could have stayed because I mean the conductor seemed to have woken up both Parappa and yeah, but if the killer stayed inside, that eliminates the question as to as that eliminates the conductor as one of the possible suspects because he clearly went to go get both Luigi and Parappa. So I don't think if the killer stayed inside, then the conductor is absolved from anything. Well, well, I guess another factor to consider is the fact that who was tired. Because the people who were tired were Luigi, the conductor. Well, not the conductor. The conductor was okay. But Parappa, when they went to go get stuff, it said that Parappa was looking pretty shit, but Louis saw the heart to heart, well, not heart to heart, but like this very wholesome interaction between Luigi and Parappa, which told us that Parappa wasn't sleeping well. So, I, I mean, I don't, I'm not gonna suspect Parappa because Parappa was also there when the door was breached. So, the door being locked, give me a minute. You know, I've been told by some people to, hey, get your bodily functions done, alright? You know, that's the thing. When you're a kid, you're always like, hey, hey, I need to go to the bathroom, but you didn't go off to go. Why did you go 5 minutes ago? Because I didn't have to go 5 minutes ago. That's the exact sentiment that I have with this. Anyway, where was I? I forgot. Um, so let's continue anyway. Didn't get out at all. You mean they were still in there after we found the body? It's just a possibility. At least it's one. Mike stand has been added to truth boards. Hey Luigi, should we check out the dressing room? I saw some people going there. Maybe there's a clue. Maybe they did. Let's go. The two ventured to the dressing room despite Taro sitting at the dressing table, pouting and Brian inspecting the area. All this investigating is so much work. Why can't this stupid killer just tell us who they are? That's basically a death warranty for them. And it's a death warranty for us if we don't solve this. So no matter what, no, that's Murkuma, a little bit. So no matter what happens, somebody's gonna die. Let's just not think about that for now. Anyway, have you two found anything yet? Nope. I found this in a nearby trash can. Tito's suspicion level increased 10%. Brian held out a bloody rag to Luigi, who winced at the smell. What was that doing here? Looks like the killer tried to discard it. They were pretty stupid to think no one would notice it, though. Well done, killer! But why is there blood on it? Yeah, he saw a lot of blood on those wounds, still. I can only assume it's one of two things. Either the killer didn't realize more blood would come out of the wounds after they initially cleaned it, or this was used to clean something else entirely. That first one makes them even more dumb. Could it be? So, I would assume it's the latter, but I guess I should ignore the first one just in case. Peter's suspicion level increased because he's the dumbest one in this place. He wouldn't realize that more blood would have come out, considering if the first one's true. However, if the second one is true, then we got something in our hands. Bloody rag has been added to truth bullets. Other than that, nothing else seems out of the ordinary here. Alright then, thanks. Luigi turned to leave. There was a tug on his waist. He looked to see Parappa beckoning for his ear. He leaned down as Parappa whispered to him. Didn't the conductor ask Brian to write the script for the play? Maybe he saw something last night. Oh, you might be right, Parappa. But why don't you just ask him that? I I am kinda scared too. Luigi looked at him sympathetically. It's alright. I'll ask him for you. Really? Sorry about this. Don't worry about it. He looks a little hard to talk to. Lindy walked back up to Brian, Parappa following close behind. Hey Brian, we were wondering if you saw anything suspicious last night, as you did the script or the conductor. Maybe you know something about the performance hall. Nothing about here. None of them were in the performance hall. Oh, I found the conductor in the middle of the hall on the first floor arguing with DDD. You saw DDD? No, wait, that's not Luigi, that's Parappa. You saw DDD? What happened next? I guess I just missed it because DDD was stomping off in the other direction to the dorms. That's when I gave the script to the conductor, who might I add didn't even bother flicking through it. What kind of director doesn't even check the script before production? That went off into a ramble there. It's almost as what I wanted the conductor to read him in front of him. Uh, okay, you'll probably want to ask the conductor for his side of the story. He might know where DDD could have gone to. I think we will. Thanks for letting us know about it, though. No problem. Brian's account has been added to Truth Bullets. Luigi and Parappa, fully satisfied, they went down to a room, left to go back into performance hall. Before Luigi could suggest talking to a conductor, someone walked up to them. I'm not saying that word. Okay, you got one. You got one. And that's all you're getting. I said you got one. Luigi, can I help you with something? You two seem to be doing a lot of investigating, and maybe I could check something for you. Now, Fluttershy is like the least suspicious because first off, she has hooves. I don't think she can hoist up Diddy the way he was hanging because Diddy is very heavy, and unless she can cast some sort of magic, I don't think she would be able to. Check something for us. Yeah, the railing above the stage, since that was there when Diddy was hung, there might be a clue up there. Oh, I didn't think of that. How are you gonna check that though? Or Jai hesitantly spread her way. Oh, all right. No, no, no. Hershey's a Pegasus? Ah, interesting. Threw herself off the ground. Oh, yeah. The pony looked like she would have chuckled if she waited for the tense atmosphere. She raised herself high enough so she could check the railing. Can you see anything up there? Hang on. How did the killer even get up there to tie the rope? I bet they had to be pretty tall. Yeah, the only two tall people are 2D and Nagito, because apparently Nagito is taller than Peter. I mean, there is in this picture we see that there is just the tied knot, or maybe they are used another method. Fluttershy's suspicion level increased by 10%. Oh dear, so sorry. I didn't see anything up there. Up here. It's all right. It's good. We checked anyway, right? Yeah. Just as Fluttershy turned to fly down, Luigi noticed Parappa's eyes widen at something. He started to run closer to the stage, frantically hopping around on either foot and stretching his arms out. Ah! Ah! Parappa, what are you doing? The dog then jumped onto the stage and clasped his hands together, checking something on his palms as he landed back down. Gotcha! Got the what? Parappa turned around to show Luigi what was in his hands. Is that a red hair? I saw it fall down. I saw it falling down after Fluttershy had turned around and brushed it off the edge of the railing. It could be important. Fluttershy landed down next to Parappa and saw the odd clue as well. Actually, the qualities look more like fur than hair. Red fur. Red fur. From DDD's hat? But no one here has red fur. Maybe it's not important then. Oh man, I did all that for nothing. Now I feel dumb. Well, maybe I'm not. I'll keep a note of it just in case. Oh, I hold on to this then. I'm glad to have helped find that in a way. Red turn of fur has been added to truth bullets. Hmm, hmm. Now what? I'd like to find the conductor to get his account on his argument with Didi next. Alright, come on. Parappa eagerly ran to leap off the stage, but he must have miscalculated his step as he tripped and flew off the stage instead. Wah! The dog fell face onto the floor with a loud thud and groaned in pain. Ah, Parappa! Oh dear, are you okay? Parappa lifted himself to his knees and wearily smiled. Yeah, I'm fine. You look okay. But we should go into infirmary just in case. I wanted to check there anyway. You did? That thing Naito said before. I'm just wondering if the substance came from there. Luigi helped the dog back onto his feet, who rubbed his head to subdue the pain. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Somehow, still as keen as ever, Parappa rushed to the door, Luigi not far behind. They made their way to the infirmary, where they were surprised to run into a familiar face. Nagito? Oh, hello there. Don't mind me and the trash in your way. I was just looking around. Knowing he was just investigating as well, the two walked into the room. Parappa sat on the edge of one of the beds, and Luigi started putting around the cabinets and fridges. As he opened a bottom cabinet, he stared at an interesting sight. What's this? He carefully took out a syringe in the light, examining the empty contents. Well, almost empty. What did you find? I can barely see something inside this syringe. Wonder what it is. Ah, I was looking for something like that. You were? Nagito then opened a higher cabinet of the door and gestured to a very neat row of bottles. Do you see this bottle right here? He pointed at one of the many bottles, which, when focused, Luigi swore it felt off. What's so wrong with it? I just found it interesting how every other bottle is perfectly placed next to one another, with the label facing frontwards. However, this one in particular is facing the wrong way. Maybe someone used it before and put it back like that. That may be the case, but I am most concerned with the contents of the bottle. The contents? It's a general anesthetic. They all are. There's a whole row of them? Of course. Sorry, I ate before doing this. I should really stop that. Of course, it must be Monokuma's doing. I wouldn't have put it past him. As you found that syringe, I feel like now there's a reason for this out of place anesthetic. There is? Well, I better keep a note of both of them then. Use syringe has been added to truth bullets. Out of place anesthetic has been added to truth bullets. Huh. So, yeah. Who knows? It has to be somebody that knew about the infirmary, someone that could have reached the cabinets, someone that could have that had red fur. But Didi is Didi dead, as Sans put it, and nobody here has red fur. So my thought is that Didi's hat has red fur. But when I first saw the red hair, Teto became an immediate suspect, but then she was immediately dropped as well. Well, I'm going to keep searching around. There's something else I hope to find. Really? In that case, I'll leave you to it. You turn back to Parappa, who's swinging his legs over the edge of the bed, rubbing his head with an ice pack. How are you doing? Not bad. We can go if you want. I mean, there are two options. It's either from DDD's hat or from Parappa's hat. But I doubt it's Parappa's because his is orange. I'd rather go when you're completely healed. Well, I'm pretty much healed now, so don't worry about me. You look at the smaller dog for a second, and after seeing him a flash of a reassuring smile, he sighed and smiles too. All right, let's go back and find the conductor. The two walked back to the performance hall. They found the all in question looking decently at the lady's body. Are you all right, conductor? Huh? Me? Yeah, I'm fine. I just didn't expect someone like him to die. Really? Or maybe I did, I guess. I heard from Brian that you had an argument with him last night. If it's not too much trouble, could you tell us what happened? Yeah, I suppose I ought to tell you. It was just, back and forth when we had bumped into each other by accident. And we both started yelling like we always did. I knew I had to get me rehearsal soon, so I finished the argument. And that's when the loudly claimed he was going to the sauna to cool off, quote unquote. That peckneck didn't even realize how stupid that phrase went with what he said. Huh? At least we know where he went now. We should probably check out the sauna to see if there are any clues there. Thank you, conductor. Nope, no problem, lad. The conductor's account has been at Truthwoods. Oh, actually, can I come with you? I'd like to see if there's anything, too. Sure. The three set off for the sauna. But what? But when they arrived, the locker room, they noticed something a suspicious detail. Why is the sauna's window so foggy? I don't know. Luigi said. Luigi went up to the sauna door and slowly opened the door. As he did, he was blasted with what he thought was a reincarnation of hell of air. Mamma mia, it's a boiling in here. The conductor, Lordy, it illuminates. I can feel it from here. Luigi quickly shut the sauna door and wiped the new formed sweat on his forehead. Man, why is it so hot in there? Did someone forget to turn it off? Was the peck neck diddity dead slow brain? Hmm. Luigi looked over the side and he noticed the control of the sauna on the wall. He stepped closer towards it and narrowed his eyes at what it read. Max, maximum heat? What the? Uh-oh, looks like you found the secret mode to the sauna. Whoa, what is that? I'm pretty sure when we investigated the sauna, the pack net cranked it up to max heat. And it wasn't as hot as that. Well, that's because this is a special mode that's even hotter than maximum. For people who can really handle the heat, you know? Wait, so DDD had this sauna that hot? No way. If if I if I had it open it any longer, I thought I was gonna pass out. You must be pretty weak then, Green Mario. That's a reference to the original Mario Brothers, where Luigi was just a recolor of Mario, but having a white overalls and a green under, green stuff. Makuma leaped out of the room with a maniacal chuckle, and Luigi held back a scowl. At, at least we found something to know, right, Luigi? You know those times when you're playing a game and it sounds like someone called you? Yeah, that's basically what happened to me. Yeah, definitely. Sonic condition has been added to truth bullets. You don't think I'm the killer, do you? Of course not. Well, I can't say for you. I can't say for sure. Everyone is still suspicious, even me. We can't make the conclusion until enough evidence points to someone. Yeah, I suppose you're right. The penguin more reviews often self do. She fuck with us. Oh, by the way, conductor, can I know about the rehearsal? Just in case, you know. Um, ask Miku about it. I kinda want some time to myself now, if that's okay. Ah, that's alright. Don't worry. We'll find out who did it. Then all of this can end. It's not gonna end well. Well, it is, but it's not gonna end well. That's what I mean. Oh, homophones. Yeah, we can do it. You just gotta believe. I- I'm I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Luigi and Parappa said their goodbyes to the song conductor and left to go back to the performance hall. Miku was still by Didi's body, being consoled by Tootie and Peter, if you could call his ogling supportive. Hey, Miku, I was hoping to talk to you about the rehearsal you had last night. Oh, of course. What would you like to know? I'll, the main points, I guess. Oh god, that's not it. The main points, I guess. Okay, so rehearsal started around 10-ish, and me and Tero and Owly did a lot of practicing. But then something weird happened. A little after halfway through. Something weird? Yeah. Flashback. Come on, Miku, I know you can do a better scream than that. Sorry, I don't want to be too loud. Let me do it. I can scream really loud. Let's just try the line again. Hey, don't ignore me. No, let me see here. Where were we? I don't want to scream, but that was a pretty loud scream, by the way. Eh? What the? Mickey, did you do that? No, no, I. Don't be so modest. That was blooming amazing. Eh? No, wait. Oh, wait. No, no. Eh? What? No fair. But no buts. You got real potential there. Now, come on. This script isn't gonna read itself. Flashback end. No matter what I tried to tell him, Alec kept thinking the scream was mine. That's very interesting. Afterwards, we kept practicing until 11 p.m. because I got kind of tired. tired, and Oli was so nice to me. He said stars like me deserve their beauty sleep. Then again, I feel guilty because he was mainly impressed with that scream I didn't even do. Ah, Miku. That's cute. I think I have a better understanding of the situation now. Thank you, Miku. You're welcome. Miku's account has been added to Truth Bullets. Oh, fuck. You remember that one episode that was like 2 hours long? Well, I guess the previous one was also 2 hours long. Ding dong, bing bong. Ding dong, bing bong. Well, what you look at the time. The investigation period is over. Hallelujah! Trial time. Please make your way to the red door on the first floor, and the fun will continue. Everyone stared begrudgingly at the bear on the monitor as he flickered in and out. It was time to put this case to rest. But I don't think we have enough evidence. Apparently, Didi went somewhere. Someone screamed. So they set up Didi in half an hour? But how? Because his time of death was 11:30, and Miku said that around 10ish she heard a scream, and then she continued practicing it until 11 because the time of death was 11:30 p.m. So somebody screamed. But who? It could have been. So this means that it was one of the girls. Or maybe Dee made a girl scream. But so one of the girls screamed. I don't know. I don't know who could it be. Like genuinely, I am stumped. Like I can't think of anyone who could have tied DDD and done all of that. Like legitimately, I have no idea. Yeah, I am completely stumped. I do not have any idea who the hell could it be. Everyone started begrudgingly. Everyone stared begrudgingly at the bear on the monitor as he flickered in and out. It was time to put this case to rest. I mean. I hope we found everything. The group eventually all made it back to the door they never expected to cross paths with again, and walked in. However, before Luigi could follow, he was stopped by a tap on his shoulder from behind. Huh? Oh, Nagito. Hello, Luigi. I thought you'd like to take a look at this. Nagito swiftly brung his other arm behind his back, which led to a particularly strange bottle. As Luigi read the label, a shiver ran down his spine. Poison? It's great, isn't it? I found this hidden behind some supplements at the very back of the cabinet. It's obvious someone was trying to hide this from us. Are you sure? Are you sure? Well, who is to say? Maybe my intuition on this is worthless. Can I take a look at that bottle? Sure, sure. Nagito handed Luigi the bottle and then started reading the label. Optimal in bloodstream. Gonna kill instantly when exposed to the heart or brain. The missing patch of feathers! Is this a real substance? I'd never heard of a chemical so surreal before. I assume Monokuma made this easy for easier killings. Easier killings? Then why was it? Then why was this so hard to find? Luigi gave the ball back to Nagito and stood there in thought. I will keep a note of it, only since it's a very strange. Bottle of poison has been added to truth bullets. Hey, what are you two doing out still? Get in there or I'll maul your skin like a candy bar wrapper. Monokuma ushered the two into the plane room and jumped in front of the elevator. Alright, well, you're all here now. I was getting super tired. Thank God I have just enough energy to run this trial. Now, chop chop! Why was Monokuma tired? Monokuma bowed and flipped away. Many of the group shrugged and hesitantly boarded the elevator. Luigi looked to Parappa, who seemed a little nervous, put his hand on his shoulder, and gave him a thumbs up. A silent assurance that everything was going to be okay. The small dog smiled back. Yes, there was an underlying sense that he was 100% okay. It made sense, however, as Luigi felt the exact same way. Once onto the elevator last, and once they did, they noticed the doors closed behind them, just as fast as last time. I started to descend. One question was on everyone's mind as the elevator rolled down total silence. Who was the killer? If they didn't find out now, then what happened to the beloved red hero would happen to them too. And if they found and if they did find out, then the perpetrator would experience it instead. A lose-lose situation for everyone. Maybe if you just fucking, I don't know, didn't kill anyone, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation. Uh, as Luigi gathered his thoughts, he felt the elevator come to a sudden stop. To a sudden stop. And he heard the familiar ding as the doors opened. Welcome back, folks. Do you like me? Do you like me? Me redecorating? I sure do. It it looks pretty blue. Hmm. Well, this isn't a cheap job. So isn't murdering a guy? The conductor stood in silence. The dot 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 is um like I'm just gonna say if a character does the dot dot dot, I'll probably just say they stood in silence thing. Don't start your accusation until the trial starts. Now hurry to your seats. Let's just get this over with. Don't worry, guys. We'll find who did it, right, Luigi? I, yeah. Everyone walked to their assigned podiums once again, and Luigi got a flashback to the previous trial as he noticed his brother's podium portrait had been added in his place. He steadied himself and looked around at everyone. Will I find out the killer? DDD's killer. King DDD. He had a short temper and was a little full of himself. But it, but was was really friendly once you got to know him. And he never really meant to harm anyone. And no, wait, that's not how it reads. And he never really meant any harm. But it happened again. He was murdered by one of us. We were betrayed. But
By who? There is no point in turning away from this. It's the only way to get to the answer. The only way to get to the answer is to solve this. A mystery. And so yet again begins the battle between hope and despair, truth and lies, trust and doubt. The second trial has begun. Why did I read that in Nagito's voice? Also, talking about Nagito, what's the deal with his hands? Because we haven't seen his hands yet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go play Danganronpa 2 or Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, okay, and for those who don't mind being spoiled, just skip like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or 15 seconds. Whatever floats your boat. Nagito has someone else's hand instead of his. It doesn't work, obviously, but you know. And so, no, I already read that. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I had like a little bit of what's it called? Like a little bit of an interruption, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I still have no idea who could have killed DDD. Like legitimately no idea. And the conductor is obviously the guy who people want you to suspect. Is who is the guy who's the most suspicious. But who could have screamed like Miku? Because Flor oh no, Fluttershy can fly. That is not a good outlook. But how could she have propped them up? Didi is very heavy, and Fluttershy looks very fragile, so I don't think. Oh no. Anyway, let's see who killed them in the trial. Chapter 2. His grief, their longing, class trial. Everybody agreed to never kill each other anymore. So why is DDD's body hanging in the performance hall? Who betrayed everyone's trust? Was it? What was their motive? And what even is the cause of death? Truth bullets. Monokuma file. The victim is King. Are we rolling? Okay, we're rolling. I think. Yeah, we're rolling. The victim is King DDD. The estimated time of death was around 11:30 p.m. The body was found in the performance hall on the second floor. Airflow had been restricted by tight ropes around his neck. There are also traces of external substances inside DDD. Furthermore, there are also stab wounds on either side of DDD's upper arm. Rope. There are several thick ropes were used to tie Didi upside down. One rope is tied around his body to keep him supported, and the other one is around his neck, where he was presumably choked. The other end of the rope is tied around the top of the railing above the stage. Duct tape. Duct tape was tied around Didi's beak, presumably to stop him from making noise. Stab wounds. There are stab wounds on each of Didi's arms. Their purpose is unknown. Odd patch on Dedede. On the back of DDD's head, there's an odd patch of missing feathers. As he always kept his hat on, no one can confirm it was always like that. Dolly. A dolly was found poking out of the rest of the equipment. There seems to be a patch of blue feathers on it, presumably belonging to DDD. Mic stand. A mic stand was found lying next to the performance hall door. It was knocked over after Luigi forced the door open. Then this brings the question: is this a locked room murder? Bloody rag. Bloody rag was found in the trash can in the dressing room. As there's still blood on the stab wounds, it is unclear what it was used to clean. Brian's account. Brian saw a conductor and DDD in the hallway on the first floor been arguing to give the conductor just after they had been arguing to give the conductor his script for the performance. They both left their separate ways soon after. Strand of red fur. A strand of red fur was caught off the railing above stage. It's unclear who it belongs to, as no one in the school has red fur. However, the reader has a theory that it might have come from Diddy's hat. Use syringe. A syringe was found in the infirmary, with a few drops of an unknown substance in the tube. Out of place anesthetic. A bottle of a general anesthetic was found neatly placed with the other similar bottles. It's worth noticing how every bottle label was facing outwards, but this bottle was backwards. The conductor's account. The conductor and DDD had an argument just before the night announcement, in which the conductor set off the classroom to practice the script with Miku and Tero, and Didi loudly proclaimed they were leaving to a sauna. The Brian's account does not say the time, but the conductor's does. Sauna condition. When first checked since last night, the sauna was extremely hot. This is proven. This has proven to be since the sauna was adjusted to maximum heat. It also may be worth noting that the sauna can only be controlled from the outside. Miku's account. Miku, Tero, and the conductor had a rehearsal for the play they were planning to perform the next night. During the rehearsal, in classroom 1A, they heard a loud scream, a loud scream a little after halfway through. The rehearsal was around 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Bottle of poison. A bottle of poison Nagito found hastily hidden at the back of the supplements cabinet. The instructions on the stage said the optimal bloodstream would kill immediately when it contacted the heart or brain. Class trial. All rise, except those who are dead. Alrighty, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then the only blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will get to graduate. So let's get to work. I don't think much work has to be done anyway. We know who did it. Huh? Who? Peter, did you not listen to what everyone's been saying? Maybe. Well, conductor, any final words? How many times ago I said it wasn't me? Are we sure it's the conductor? We haven't even looked over anything yet. We shouldn't point fingers without figuring out what happened. They're right. We need to find out what happened first, especially the cause of death. Should we discuss that first then? Good idea, Tweety. Well, I was just concluding on what they were saying. Yeah, stop giving him credit for things he doesn't deserve. The cause of a death. It should be easy, right? Non-stop debate. What is the cause of death? It was obviously hanging. Couldn't you see that? They hung him like a slab of meat. So he tied up the body and hung him up with a single rope. How did they manage to find all that rope with such a fat penguin? So how'd you do it, conductor? Are we assured that's what happened? Sorry. So they tied up the body and hung him with a single rope. Rope. No, that's wrong. Break. Actually, two ropes were involved. One for his body and one for his neck. That is strange. That's strange. It is. What order did they tie him up then? What order? Neck first, body first, but both at the same time. That's impossible to do. So I'm gonna go with neck rope first. Well, I can't. That's just written there. Well, the only way to strangle him would be to hang him from the neck first. Ah, but what? That's important. Ah, it would. As some wrap around his neck wouldn't keep Fatty hanging. He'd fall immediately. And if the killer tied his body first, there would be no way to hang him. So, what does that mean? He didn't die from hanging. He didn't? No, it must be strangulation then. All right, but that doesn't change the fact that the conductor could have done it. By God, it's not me. How did he even get a blooming performance hall anyway? How he got there? How did he get there? Non-stop debate. What do you mean by how he got there? I don't suppose he was there by chance, huh? Even if he was, I don't suppose he was there by chance, huh? Even if he was, maybe there was a little there for a little karaoke. Was he transported there? No, that's not Australian. That was British. Was he transported? No, that's not still. Was he transported there? You mean you mean someone carried him? How how would you do go around carrying a penguin that big? You'd have to be pretty strong. I think I found something that backs up one of these claims. Was he transported there? I agree with that. Consent. 2D, I think I know what you're getting at. Talking about the dolly, right? Yeah, we found that dolly with blue feathers on it. Oh yeah, we thought they were DDD feathers. So someone used the dolly to transport DDD to the performance hall? Then where was he before? Does any does anyone remember where he was last? I think I have a good idea who could have the conductor's account. Isn't that right, conductor? Yeah, I guess I do. Last place I knew he was the sauna. The little sauna bath, he hopped into a dolly, and the killer took him to the performance hall? What kind of logic is that? It had to be subdued in order for the killer to take him anywhere. So who willingly allows themselves to taken somewhere to be killed? A suicidal person? I'm pretty sure DDD wasn't expecting to die anytime soon, however, knowing that he was a king, and he still probably need to deal with the pink menace known as Kirby. Um, so how was he knocked out? Well, we'll have to discuss that next. Non-stop debate. So, how would you knock out someone in sauna? That's easy. You hit him. Ouchie! Wouldn't you notice if someone were to hit you in an enclosed space like that? That is true. You'd easily see someone walking in. They couldn't have done it from the outside, though, could they? Ah, why is this so hard? Ah, why is this so hard? Actually, there is one way that could work. They couldn't they couldn't have done it from the outside though, could they? Sauna condition. No, that's a wrong. Break. Hang on. There is one way they could have done it. You're talking about that Max heat thing, right? Max heat. It's an option on the sauna that makes things hotter than regular maximum. And when I checked the sauna during the investigation, it was so hot I had to close it, as I was starting to feel a little lightheaded. Going with what you're saying, DDD passed out due to dysfunction? Is that possible? That packed neck was too busy trying to cool off. He probably didn't notice how hot it was until too late. It seems like an easy feat anyway. All the killer had to do was to change this option and wait until DDD passed out. Even if he did notice, there was nothing stopping them from blocking the door so he couldn't escape. How dark! I mean, doesn't this prove further that the conductor did it? Doesn't this prove further that the conductor did it? It does? He basically admitted he saw DDD go into the sauna, so he could have just followed him and done all that. Or he could have just been lying about the whole thing to bring this trial to his favor. Well, you can't lie in a trial, right? Well, there is someone else who saw them too. Brian's account. Right, Brian? Yeah, I did. You did, pal? I literally told you where I was going last night, Peter. You did? I I just thought you were hiding or something. So now we have two suspects, right? The dog thought DDD got to the sauna too. Actually, I didn't know where he was going because I went back to Peter right after. And you can, and can you people stop calling me dog? Uh, just to recap, the killer knocked out DDD out in the sauna and then transported his body using the dolly. But how? But how about the stairs? Huh? The dolly wouldn't have any features that could let it carry things upstairs. Maybe they carried him upstairs. No way. No one could carry a fat penguin like him upstairs. What's with you calling him fat? Maybe we should ignore that and consider what actually occurred in the performance hall. At the moment, we have concluded that the killer strangled him and tied up his body using the two ropes. But there's still things that concern me. The, the stab wounds? Yes, they just seem so strange. That they must have a reason. What if they were just for show? Like for the concert? The concert? As in, the killer wanted to show them off at the concert. Ah, are you saying the concert was merely a plan so that a certain someone could scare everyone? A certain someone? Well, more like three certain people. The performers. You mean, no, you mean us. I didn't plan it for a murder. What the hell? It wasn't my idea, stupid. Oh ho ho! And the plot thickens with some thick chicks and a lanky guy. Peter, no. Peter, no. Shut up, all of you. It wasn't me. The concept was to put a man's off of killing them, not continue it. I would never murder Pinguino. They're all trying to talk over each other. I gotta stop them before they derail this whole trial. Mass panic debate. So in mass panic debate is like a non-stop debate, but there are three screens you have to manage. I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. If you think I did, then you're stupid and ugly. You can't put the blame on us. with that accusation, right? I just want to sing, not kill. Hey, that's pretty rude, you know.
Well, you're pretty tall. You could have tied him up to really pretty easily.
And do you have proof that you didn't do it? You're the fattest and ugliest.
I still would need one of two or something.
Well, why you? But you're admitting that's all you need, right? I'm sure you do. How about an alibi? This back and forth is pointless.
Oh, bugger, that's not what I meant to say.
Um, I don't know. It's getting really hard to hear each statement. I just need to focus on the right conversation. Um, I don't know. Miku's account. No, that's wrong. Like, actually, Miku, you do have an alibi, remember? In fact, it also includes the conductor and Teto. And Teto. Oh, yeah, you're right, the rehearsal.
Then why didn't you say before?
Sorry, I completely slipped my mind. Everyone apologize to us right now. Sorry. You don't have to apologize, Parapa. You didn't even suspect them. Oh, yeah.
When did this rehearsal take place?
From, from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the classroom.
Why you practice there? Surely you would be in the performance hall.
We were gonna, but I found out the play was set in a classroom. So I thought it'd be better me actors actually practice in the classroom. I thought the song was pretty unoriginal, if you ask me.
Don't blame me. I can get much inspiration from a school I literally can't leave. But hey, it was all the drama a piece should need, as the playwright once said. Yeah, yeah, we understand. Brian stood quiet. So this rehearsal saves those three, but 2D is still on the suspect list. Wait a bloody minute!
There's another thing that happened during the rehearsal, actually.
There was. I don't remember anything out of the ordinary.
That's because you still don't believe it was mine.
What was yours?
I heard a scream during our rehearsal.
You you did?
Wait, that wasn't you? I knew it. It was too manly for you.
When was this scream heard?
Maybe 10:45ish? Who, who screamed do you think it was? The only logical explanation would be Miku, Dididi, the conductor. Dididi. It must have been Dididi's.
I did this.
Come on, could it really have been Miku?
Now I think about it, it was more likely to be his. Then he must have woken up sometime in the performance hall before his death.
Huh? Really?
It does make sense if you think about it. He passed out due to heat. He wouldn't be asleep for long. Did the killer knock him back out then? How did he do that then?
Looks like we'll need to think about that now.
Non-stop debate. How would you knock a guy out twice?
If you ask me, I bet they brought him back to the sauna for another round of heat. I always. No,
Are you always this stupid?
trust me.
No, that's Brian. Trust me, he is. Trust me, he is.
Maybe it was the stab wounds.
How about an external substance?
But we didn't find anything like that at the scene.
Would necessarily be need to be at the scene.
Would you stop talking in riddles?
Ah,
I think he's referring to that, I think. Ah, I think he's referring to that thing I found. Oh, but how about an external substance? Out of place and aesthetic. I agree with that. Consent. Nagito, you're not talking about the general anesthetic bottle you find in the infirmary, right? Precisely. Somebody like that was in the infirmary. How do you know it's used though? Every other bottle was in neat rows, with the label facing forwards. One bottle in particular, however, was facing the other way. From this, we can conclude that an anesthetic was used to subdue DDD again. Wait, wait! Interjection. Huh? Um, excuse me, but is that really true? I think so. Why? If it's alright with you, I'd like to refute that claim, only if it's okay. You see, it's just that anyone could have touched that bottle, right? Maybe it has nothing to do with the case at all. But why would anyone else use an anesthetic? In this situation, it makes the most sense. We don't actually know it was used. There is no evidence to prove it as far as I know. Strange. Allow me to cut through those words. Break. The out of place bottle wasn't the only thing we found in the infirmary, actually. I also found a syringe with a small amount of substance in it. It must be the anesthetic. Maybe you should have let him finish first. You fucking idiot. I'm sorry for cutting in. It's alright, you're not to be sorry. What was the tape? What was the tape for then if they already shot him up that way? It wasn't probably just in case they woke up again. I'm still concerned about one thing, however. Hmm? What? Think about it. If they used the anesthetic, where did they jab him? Like, anywhere? No. There was a specific place where they did it, and we know for sure where. Are you referring to stab wounds? Yes. But why this stab area? X marks the spot, you know. Pinguino was treated like a treasure map? No, it wasn't. So they couldn't plan where to jab him. I just got to think what their use was. Hangman's Gambit. Why was the point of the stab wound? Obst- O B S T R U C T I O N. Obstruction. Now you understand. Break. They were used to obstruct us from the fact that the anesthetic was used. But why? It's not like anyone would have seen it, right? Some of us are here very perceptive. Like Jan-chan. Jan-chan stood quiet, maybe throwing in a blush or two, I don't know. And me, I've got glasses of steel. You wouldn't have been able to see your steel glasses, you peck neck. So, is there any point obstructing that anesthetic was used? It was even stated in the Monokuma file after all. That. This was the confusing. Why can't it be like last case? Alright. This was the confusing. Why can't it be like last case? I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Look on the black side. They still have suspects. Who again? Who again? Said 2D because I couldn't do his voice properly. You and the old owl. May? You're still suspecting me? I even said that blooming rehearsal over here. But, but really can't be the killer. Don't you believe him? And him, Taro. What's that supposed to mean? Are we rolling? Hang on. Yes, we are. Yes, we are rolling. Okay, thank God. What's that supposed to mean? Everyone, calm down. Sure, this looks hard, but if you just believe, we'll figure this out. Oh, such nice words, Papa. Haha, I'm just thinking what Luigi would say. You are? You are? Yeah, yeah. We just gotta work together, right? Yeah, we do. We just need to think about this a little more. In that case, what about the locked room possibility? The what? Ah, we found out that there was a mic stand blocking the door shut when we tried to open it this morning. A mic stand, eh? How did the killer get out then? The only exit through the door, though. Uh, There's no other way they could have gotten out. So they must have stayed there the whole night. But, 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 but who? But, but someone would have seen them, right? Not if they hid somewhere. There are quite a lot of hiding spots in the performance hall, aren't there? So when we met up for the boys covered, they just joined us all like nothing? That could basically be anyone. Not everyone. I was with Aparapa and the conductor when we tried the locked door. So it could have been any of us. So there we go. I've got more than enough alibis to prove it wasn't me. Was it 2D then? No way, I saw him this morning. Oh my, it's gotten confused again. We don't know how the killer transported the body up the stairs. We don't know why they need to obstruct the anesthetic. We don't know who could have stayed in that locked room. Was it to obstruct the anesthetic, though? No, that's not though. Was it to obstruct the anesthetic, though? Huh? What else could it be? Luigi, do you remember what I showed you just before the trial? What did he show me? Bottle of poison. That bottle of poison. You found poison? Ashley's suspicion level 15%. Where? At the back of a supplements cabinet. I am back. I took a very long, uh, you know, very long time to get back here. So I'm going to read some shit again. So I'm sorry because of that. Bottle of poison. That's a bottle of poison. You found poison. Where? At the back of a supplements cabinet. How do we know you're not lying to us? I don't think that matters. Once you take a look at the label. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Huh. Optimal in bloodstream. Kills immediately when in contact to the heart or brain. Is that a real chemical? That's what I asked. That's what I asked too. It may not be real in the realist of life, but but it is real here, and it works really well. And what does some poison have to do with all of this? I don't know. I'm sure you do. Just think about it. Luigi? Luigi? That's that's it. That's it. What is what's it? You realize your marriage is falling apart? No. But what if the poison was used to kill Diddy? He was poisoned? Oh, plot! What a plot twist! That does clear up a few things. Why did you bring up the poison sooners, you idiot? Ah, I'm sorry. I guess trash like me should know better, huh? I'm a bit lost. Um, I'm a bit lost. What does it clear up? Well, firstly, the stab wounds. Obstructing the anesthetic would have no use. But what if the culprit wanted to obstruct the use of poison to make us all believe that the rope was the cause of death? Now that you bring it up again, what was used to make those stab wounds? I guess they were the syringe. But we didn't find any blood on it, though. True. But we know of something that could have wiped it off. Bloody rag. Remember that bloody rag that Brian found? There wasn't a lot of blood on it, probably because the killer had to clean was the needle. Yeah, but I don't think a needle can do laceration that big. Then again, I don't know how big the syringe was. So, you know. Oh, smart. All right. But then why didn't you kill in the actual stab wounds? Are they really going to go back to the theory that the killer's a dumbass? Not that again. If anything, it was another obstruction of that syringe being used. If they left the syringe bloody, we would have concluded earlier that it was used. If they cleaned the wounds, someone might have spotted the jab marks. This killer is like Einstein. Moving Moving back to explanations, the Monokuma file first thought the external substance was just the anesthetic, but it could also be the poison. Now we already know of its existence, as well as that the remaining contents of the syringe could be a mix of the anesthetic and the poison. This also clears up why DDD was hung up upside down. To cook the cooking batter, right? No, it has to be to push the flow of the blood, to shock everyone, to cook him easier. I love that that's an option. To, to, sorry, I thought I heard something. To push the flow of blood. It was it was most likely to send more blood up to the brain. In doing so, the poison, which traveled through the bloodstream, could quickly get to the brain to kill DDD. How scientific! Doesn't this seem a little far-fetched? Brian's suspicion level rose by 10%. It's quite a stupid coincidence. No, that's not actually. It is. It is quite a stupid coincidence. But it does explain a lot of things. Is anyone really that smart to think through all that? Yeah, it's pretty complicated. So, at least that complicated solution explains all the complicated questions. I believe the I believe the lad. He's worked pretty hard. Even he's got me other suspicion, so I'm gonna go with him on this. Me too. I believe Luigi. But poison? It's just so cruel. It's a big stretch. We can't leave this hanging, huh? Don't say we're split again. There it is. You said it. Don't deny you said it. You said split. God damn it. There it is. You said it. Don't deny you said it. You said split. Great. Mighty Morphin time. Hey, don't say it before I do. Alas, he's right. I now present the more phenomenal trial grants once again. Ah, this is a bad. We found a potential way to explain everything, and some people don't believe it. But that's alright. I just need to prove it with everyone else on our side. They had to be poisoned. Split opinion. Was that DDD cause of death? He was strangled. Brian Peter Sands, Ashley Miku Tootie, Fluttershy. He was poisoned. Luigi Parappa Nagito Tero, conductor and Yandere Chan. Debate Scrum. Start. This all seems like a coincidence. It's not a coincidence if it was deliberately hidden from us. How do we, how do we know Nagito ain't lying? How do we know Nagito ain't lying? Because of where we find it. Well, he won't be lying, 'cause then he's setting us all up for death. The killer had to have strangled him. It says so in the Monokuma file. But in the Monokuma file, it also mentions the external substances as the cause. It doesn't explain everything, though, has it? It has explained many mysteries we had previously had no answer for, however. But to do all that to him, isn't it a little cruel? Even if it's cruel, we can't ignore the possibility. Well, what about all those ropes? The ropes are just so they could hang him upside down for the poison. What's that separate neck rope doing down there then? I think the neck rope was just a distraction. Why would anyone be able to pull this off, though? Would anyone be able to pull this off, though? Said Ashley. That's the thing. Anyone could have done it. Crouch bind. He was poisoned. This is our answer. Just imagine all of those characters saying it at the same time. Break. Please, you have to believe us, or else we won't get to the truth. Man, now I feel bad. Let's join their side, Brian. You better be prepared to explain everything else then, or or it's all of our lives. What a big responsibility. Well, now that we've explained the mystery of the stab wounds, let's move back to the dolly and the locked room. One thing at a time, lad. No, lad. She will, she will go back to the dolly then. That seems a tad bit easier. Where do they want? The dolly. How was it used on the stairs? Non-stop debate. So, are we sure there are no cool transforming features in that thing? Not as far as I know. Maybe someone just dragged him up the stairs. Even though he's so heavy? L- Look, are we sure this old dolly was used at all? What kind of question is that? Hey, what are you saying? I think he might be right. Look, are we sure this old dolly was used at all? Odd patch on DDD. I agree with that. Consent. The conductor has a point. What if the dolly was another distraction? Another one? Oh, you're talking about the last one on DDD. Eh, how was he getting? It's just so strange. A random patch of feathers missing, and an abundance of feathers on the dolly. On the dolly. It can only mean one thing. Did the killer take the feathers off DDD and put them on the dolly to make it look like he'd been transported there? Ex- ex- exactly. Uh, well done, Papa. You're super smart. So thanks. Really? He didn't need all that praise. He was easy anyway. Hey, no need to be so harsh on the kid. If the dolly wasn't used, then how did he get transported? A single person could have done this all by themselves. Ah, but what if an accomplice was involved? An accomplice? If two people were to work together on this, things would make more sense, right? What are the rules and accomplices then? Is this a question for me? If so, I shall provide the answer. Accomplices are A-OK. However, if someone in this killing game helps someone else in the killing game in a murder, and the true killer gets away with it, only they get to leave. The accomplice gets punished with everyone else, and vice versa. If the true killer gets found, the accomplice doesn't receive punishment with them. But would anyone actually work together then? Seems pretty pointless. No one knew about this rule, though, did they? Well, except for me. Yeah, really, guys, stop hiding all this from us. I apologize once again. So what could the killer achieve now by possibility of an accomplice? Firstly, two people could have carried DDD up performance hall. Secondly, two people could tie up Dee without problem. And thirdly, the true killer could have left the performance hall while the accomplice stays inside as they block the door with the mic stand. You really know your stuff, huh? A little too much. I don't mean to show off, but being in a killing game once before leaves me with probably more experience than the rest of you. You were in a killing game before? That explains a lot. Putting that revelation aside, who are the two that work together then? Maybe it was that fatty and the dog. They know each other well, right? Hey, I wouldn't have done that. Hey, I wouldn't have done that. Not to be rude to Peter or anything, but there's no way in hell he would have come up with that whole plan. And even if it was my doing, it's not like Peter could have easily hit anywhere in the performance hall with his size. See, I told you being big was an advantage. Maybe someone said something alluding to them using a compass. Now that Gia mentions it, I remember someone said something very suspicious during the investigation. Another same someone acting strange during parts of the trial. It could really be them. I guess I have to find out. Select someone. No! Is it? No! No, it can't be! No fucking way. Dude! Is it a you? Ashley. I I did not expect Ashley to be the one. She wasn't even raising up any of the. Oh my god, the red strand of fur. Ashley wears red. Ashley can fly on brooms. No! Ashley stayed quiet. Ashley? Oh, of course! Luigi hung out with Ashley! So this does prove my theory that Luigi hangs out with people that are either gonna die or people that will murder. Oh my god! Well, if it happens once, it's a coincidence. If it happens twice, it's weird. And if it happens three times, then it's a pattern. And if it happens again, then it's complete. Huh? Ashley? Ash-chan? Ash-chan? Whoa, where did this come from? Well, it's just that I remember Ashley saying something during the investigation about the mic stand being used to block at the door. Flashback. Oh, oh, maybe that was blocking the door. Block, blocking the door? The door to the performance halls was locked with me and Parappa and the conductor came up here this morning. And And maybe that was jamming the door shut.
A mic stand. Is that really the thing they came up with? Pathetic.
That's harsh. Then again, this is a killer we're talking about, so I guess it's okay. At the time, he was thought she was referring to the anonymous killer. However, it's an important note that she called him they, as if she knew she was talking about someone in particular. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
That was horrible, but I couldn't do the voice because, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Holy shit. But who's the that she was referring to? No one. Why are you jumping to conclusions now?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just a slip of the tongue, right? You can't just suspect her because of that. It's not just that. There were times in the trial when she almost seemed to be taken off guard. I heard a scream during a rehearsal.
You you did? Like I thought that was because Ashley was the one who screamed. But then I didn't pay attention to the fact that oh, flashback end. No, another flashback.
That bottle of a poison.
You found poison? Flashback end. Some people reacted very heavily to those things though.
Yeah, but Ashley's not the type to be surprised of things like that.
Unless she was shocked that we found a crucial pieces of evidence to solving the case. So, am I not allowed to be shocked? I thought it was clear that we don't know the full extent of everyone. I was just surprised that he found poison here.
I was pretty surprised too, you know. I mean, I was pretty surprised too, you know.
I think we are aware. But she's your little girl. Do you think she could have done it? With an accomplice, she might have. An accomplice is just a theory. There's no evidence proving what. There is one.
I'm sure there is, right? Here, Brian.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but she's right. It's just a theory if there is no evidence.
Well, now what? Well, now what? No, I'm not sure there was an accomplice involved. And as a suspect, maybe we could have found out who it is. Silence! Interjection. Ashley? Ashley?
Why do you want to suspect me? I thought we were friends.
It's not that. I just want to.
There isn't an accomplice. That is why I proved to you.
Actually, there is something I want to throw your way.
Rebuttal showdown. This theory about an accomplice is just a ruse. If it makes things easier, you probably aren't looking hard enough.
But a reasonable explanation for how the killer could have pulled. But it's a reasonable explanation. But it's a reasonable explanation for how the killer could have pulled this off.
Sure, the killer needed help, but they didn't obviously because if they did, we would have found evidence pointing to an accomplice, but we didn't. Now shut. Red stand of fur.
Allow me to cut through those words. You are to say there is an evidence accomplice, but can you explain what this stand of fur is?
Ashley stood in silence.
Ah, that red fur I found. Do you think it whoever belongs is the accomplice?
No one, no one has red fur, stupid.
Yeah, unless your dog in nature leaves you colorblind. I'm, I'm not colorblind.
Do you think anyone who has red fur, though? You know anyone who has red fur, though?
What?
Are you asking if she knows anyone from back at home? Isn't that a little pointless? Of course it is. Even if I did, which I don't, there's no way I could have gotten them here.
Why should teleport them to help her? Man, this is totally Harry Potter business.
I don't have my magic, you imbecile.
You're really scary now, Ash.
Looks like she's gone under the fence. Which hope will come out on top, I wonder.
Ashley, Is it true you don't know anyone with red fur? Of course I don't. Then who is red? R- red? I don't know if you remember this, but you mentioned someone when I hung out with you a little while ago. The fact that Luigi remembers this shit? God! I keep fucking flashback. But how about all your witch stuff? It's fun, but kinda lonely. Lonely? It's just me and my assistant Red. We live in a mansion trying to summon demons. But I guess demons don't invite you for picnics or for parties, do they? Never mind. Forget I said anything. You mentioned someone called Red, who said was your assistant. It's a stretch, but does Red have red fur? If you don't know who Red is, oh, she's fucked. Anyway, you mentioned someone called Red. Would you say that's your assistant? It's a stretch. But does Red have red fur? Interesting. Ashley has an assistant, which could also make Judas an accomplice. So so that's what you're talking about, Jan Chan. If she knew someone that could be her accomplice. Hmm. Even even if I do have an assistant, it doesn't mean he's red just because his name is red. I suppose that's true. So then, what does this red lad look like? Man, I bet he had to be super big to catch that penguin guy. Probably even some rough steroids. Ew, he probably looks super ugly. Hmm. No. Hey, I'm not big or ugly. Hmm? Oh no. Oh, stunned silence and stunned silence from Luigi and stunned silence from Ashley. Huh? What was that? A ghost? Was someone doing an impression of a kid just now? Is that who I think it is? You know who it is? I didn't hear anything. You must all be hallucinating because of this stupid trial. Let's hurry up and choose between the conductor 2D. What? You're saying I killed DDD. My accomplice is Red, who helped me carry a body, let me tie the rope, and stayed in the performance hall all night. But that's impossible, isn't it? There's no one in the school except us. No one can get in. There's no way for anyone to get through that through your thick skulls. That now you look even scarier. Ashley, tell the truth. Who was that at the boys? No one. It was no one. There's no one else here except us. I can't have an accomplice anyway. There's no possible way. It's impossible for me to do. It is. Now stop accusing me. Stop it. Ashley, she won't listen to us anymore. I need to get through here because there is one way it is possible. I just need to refute her. Why do you suspect me? There is no evidence that points to me. I just mixed Biscoke a few times. That's not evidence. Advance. There's no accomplice. I understand that. You're stupid if you think it is. Stop going about it. This is advance. This is pointless. Just pointless. So what if I have an assistant? He knows he's not here. He was never here. If you choose me, you'll die. You all die from this stupidity because you keep making stupid accusations with about impossible feats. Final blow. There is nothing that could bring Red here. Nothing. Monokuma's granted wish. I didn't even think about that. Break. You say there is nothing could bring Red here, but there is. Monokuma's motive. The granted wish. Say what? Eh? Just that? Why, how? I would suppose he was only granted once the beast was dead. That is true. However, Monokuma mentioned an extra rule to the motive. You're referring how the wish can be granted before the victim is truly dead. What actually counts as before truly dead? Well, Monokuma? You see, balance I won't be fair. Well, I first assumed it was after you stabbed them. I was bleeding out, but I guess them being passed out counts too. I? When did she ask for the wish then? When did she ask for the wish then? She had to have asked him. She had to have asked him after the anesthetic, after the sauna, after poison, after the sauna. It has to be after knocking Diddy out in the sauna. That way they could carry him to a performance hall. And everything else played out from there. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, actually really made things harder for her because this is like Danganronpa V3 Trial 2 type situations. If if like if Ashley just left DDD in the sauna at Max, I think that might have killed him. Has to be after knocking it out in the sauna. That the way they could carry him to a performance hall and everything played out from there. After knocking him out, she probably asked Monokuma if her wish was valid at the time. That's why he's acting so nonchalant about it. So everything else, the dolly, the locked room, the hanging, it was just a diversion. One diversion too many. But even if Monokuma granted the wish, Red wouldn't have helped. True, the rules made any accomplish have a pretty hard time. Well, I'm sure the blooming assistant wouldn't care. He literally walks for her. As well, then Monokuma has very admirant in saying that the accomplice rule applied to someone in this killing game. As far as I'm concerned, this Red isn't in the killing game. But is he even allowed to help if he's not in the killing game? Monokuma, said Nagito. Well, opportunities like this don't show up often, you know? Sometimes you gotta take the offer before it escapes its despair-ridden grasp. And that confirms it. Ashley's accomplice had all the permission and advantage to help. So, so Ashley killed Didi? When it's said out loud, I don't want to believe it. No, that's Mario. God, he's dead. I'm sorry, Luigi. When it's said out loud, I don't want to believe it. Ashley stood in silence. Ashley, you, all. Ashley, that's enough. Huh? Huh? There, there's the ghost again. It's alright, you don't have to keep pulling yourself further into this. It's probably time that I reveal myself, huh? What are you? Red makes an appearance, looking nervous as hell, and Ashley looks like she's going to snap any second. That is that. Hello, everyone. My name is Red. You're Red? Yep, I am Ashley's faithful assistant. But this is a great time for a friendly introduction, I guess. Oh shit, she's angry. She's not even saying anything. She's just angry. Ashley is a little quiet now. I hope it's alright with her if I talk for her. She's still silent. I don't want to lie anymore, so here I am. Red has been added to the bullets.
Oh no, Ashley. So, what we want?
No, no, I don't want to believe it. Me neither. It's hard to, but so don't. Huh? Yeah, like she's pretty smart. She's a witch, you know. Why does she leave out so much evidence?
She was trying to get away with murder after all.
I refuse to believe it's Ash. The girls are teaming up against us. Non-stop debate. There's no way it's cute little action. But who else can it be?
All the evidence is here now.
But why does she leave such a mess lying around? That's not very smart. Especially the medical equipment. It's all placed where we easily find it.
I must, ad- I must admit, the poison was strangely placed. We can't say it's someone else now, can we?
No, no, no. We can't. And I know why we can't. But why would she leave such a mess lying around? That's not very smart.
Red.
No, that's wrong. The evidence. Maybe it wasn't necessarily Ashley's doing. Maybe it was Red. Yeah, it was me. Huh? Ashley asked me to discard the evidence so she could escape the floor quicker. Sorry, Ashley. I guess I just didn't know where to put them.
Red.
Ah, I'm sorry, Ashley. Maybe if I just said yes sooner and just followed your word, maybe we could have done the same. Maybe you could have escaped. If he was screw you up.
Red. Red stood in confused silence. I. I.
Ashley, I'm gonna go over this case in full. Maybe then you'll listen to us.
Closing argument.
The first part of this case began after the conductor and DDD's argument in the first floor hallway. The culprit, who had been presumably listening from the fight, followed DDD to the sauna to knock him out. The culprit first turned the heat up to maximum to overheat the sauna. Afterwards, they summoned Monokuma to grant their wish. In exchange for a killing, the culprit asked for their assistant Red, who carried DDD to the performance hall for them. The culprit, with the help of their accomplice, started to tie DDD up to the railing above the stage. Sometime during this, however, DDD woke up to the culprit's dismay and letting out a scream. They quickly jabbed him with an anesthetic from the infirmary. They also taped his pick shot just in case he came to once again. The culprit injected DDD with a special poison that kills instantly when in contact to the heart or brain. The reason why they tied him up upside down was so that he could manipulate the blood flow so the poison could reach these organs faster. They finished tying the rope to his neck and stopped the area where they jabbed him to obscure its involvement. This was also to make it look like he was strangled or hung to obstruct us from the real cause of death. The culprit then created another distraction by pulling out a fistful of feathers from DDD's head and placing them on a nearby dolly to make it look like it was used to transport him here. There, I mean. They then are left to the job of discarding the rest of the evidence to their accomplice, Red, so they could leave the scene as fast as possible. To make it look like someone locked themselves in, the performance hall joined the group when they discovered the body. The culprit also instructed Red to stay inside the room and prop the door closed with a mic stand. However, sometime during this stakeout, he left behind a crucial piece of evidence connecting him to this crime, a strand of red fur. That's all of a mystery you tried to hang out for us, Ashley. Oh, look, her hair's going white.
Well done. You pretty much got it all right.
We did? Or are we done? Are we done? Does does this mean we vote now? Oh no! Stop being so hesitant, all of you. You know who it was, so stop acting scared.
Yeah, you better be prepared for us who diddly done it. Now then, please cast your vote because I'm probably going to lose my voice soon, and make sure that you do or you'll die. Also, Red doesn't need to vote because yada yada yada, he ain't in the student roster. Ahem, ahem. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What is it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Closing voting time. Everyone makes their votes, and the crash trail ends.
I congratulate you all once again for voting correctly. The blackened who killed DDD, well, is the ultimate, is well, the ultimate witch Ashley.
Luigi, as well as everyone else, stared at the witch who forced her eyes to grant. There's no point in denying it now, I guess. Yes, it was me.
But why?
Yeah,
What you go kill a giant penguin like that for?
it's complicated.
Come on, we just have to know.
Every time I do Tato's voice, I just do like the, oh my god! The arm thing, you know one? Yeah. I too am curious for someone like you to pull all that off. I am very impressed. Yeah, Nagito, for him to be impressed after setting up one of the most complicated ways to kill himself. Yeah, I I just want to know, why did you kill Diddy? Why him? What did he do to you? Nothing really. It was just the easiest target. You two were always fighting, and I thought maybe if I used one of you, everyone would suspect the other.
Wait, are you saying you could have killed me as instead?
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm glad that he's that he's dead, but at least I can do the conductor's voice with some sort of normalcy without being like, oh, howdy, howdy, howdy. Like, not even a little bit of consistency with Didi's voice. And now that Ashley's gone, Jan Chan doesn't have somebody else that has a voice like her, so I'm glad because of that. Now, Miku and Fluttershy do have very similar voices, but you know, Fluttershy has a very distinctive starter that I give her. DDD seemed like the easiest choice. His movements were much easier to follow since he wasn't involved in a lot of work like you. The conductor stayed in silence. So why did you want to kill anyway? It's because I want to because I
She wants to see her friends again. She, she did? I'm not sure if anyone knows, if you noticed, but Ashley has a hard time making friends. She's not the most friendly girl, that's for sure, but she's very kind. She doesn't she just doesn't know how to show it.
ah thanks. When did she get the will to kill? When the motive was announced?
Actually, a little further back, when she was first told about the killing it.
No, that's not red.
Actually, a little further back, when she was first told about the killing game.
I
That far? She told me she'd been planning to do it earlier, but someone else had done it before her.
oh Luigi stood in a very understandable stunned silence. Is that really a really Is that really a reason to kill someone, though? We all have people who want to see outside here, but we're gonna skip together and see them. It honestly just sounds pretty selfish.
I know what it may sound like that, but Ashley's never had so many friends before since joining WarioWare Incorporated, and she's never felt as happy before. She was even happier hanging out with them and casting the spells and defeating demons. I knew Ashley wanted friends, but I didn't know how dependent she was on them for her well-being.
Luigi thought to himself.
It does sound selfish and does sound greedy. And she did put all your lives on the line for her own sake. Hey, even I was hesitant at first about helping her with the murder.
Flashback.
Huh? Actually, where am I? Well, there you go. What a instant imp to go. Who, who is that demon? Demon? I don't look that bad, do I? Do I have something stuck in my teeth? Or whatever. I've got this spare business to take care of. So you better kill that guy in there or else.
I will.
What? You're gonna kill someone? Actually, that's.
Quiet. Someone will hear us.
What's going on?
I don't have much time to explain. This is where I am. I don't know how it happened, but I was taken here. The only way for me to get out is to kill someone. Red, help me kill that penguin.
But Ashley, you can.
You're my assistant. You'll do what I say.
Are you sure? If you get found out, what will happen?
We won't be found out. We'll be fine.
Okay, if you say so.
Flashback end.
But we got found out, and it's all my fault. I'm sorry, Ashley. I feel such like a disgrace.
Red, it's fine. It was my fault too.
But Ashley, oh my, oh my God! Does that thing keep on talking and talking? Jeez! Could you have picked? Couldn't you have picked someone more quiet person like yourself?
Ashley stood in silence as it was for her to do.
Oh well, it won't matter soon.
You're not talking about.
Execution. What?
Huh, I almost forgot about that.
Ashley, you didn't say anything about this. You're gonna be.
Red, calm down.
But Ashley, you're gonna be. You're.
I'm just going to the demon world, right?
Huh?
Small delicate tears started from the corners of the girl's eyes as she carried her consoling her assistant. You don't understand, Red. I wasn't doing it just for those friends. I was doing it for you.
Me?
Why else would I have picked you? You're my best friend. I'm sorry I didn't let you know sooner, but now is a better time than ever, right? This is this is sad. This is not Luigi Mario situation, but yes, this is very sad. So subsequently, the imp started to tear up as well.
Ashley, of course I knew I was your friend. No matter what, I would have stayed by your side. But now.
Don't worry, Red. You'll meet with me very soon.
Oh, you poor thing. Ash.
That was me, Koopa. My voice is giving out.
Ashley.
Everyone looked towards the two in utter dismay and sympathy. Ashley looked around and held tight onto Red's hand. I am sorry, everyone.
And sorry you are for murdering that Penguin King. I mean, who's gonna run his land town? Maybe me.
Kirby would kill you. Well, Kuma, I don't care what bullshit you would pull out. Kirby will mess you up. He's messed up ungodly entities before, and he'll do it to you. So don't you try it.
Not now. Maybe me. Anyway, let's move on to the moment we've all been waiting for. Ash.
Ashley, no, that's not it.
Actually, I prepared a very special punishment for Ashley, the ultimate witch.
Red.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time. No, no.
We'll see each other in the demon world soon, won't we? Punishment time. She um she hates cute stuff, so she just gets like crushed by cute flowers or and shit like that, like a really cute bunny and things like that. You know, punishment time.
What a twist.
They're both gone.
No way, you killed the red guy too? What? That can't be allowed, can it?
Considering the rules again, Red wasn't in this killing game. Monokuma did have the choice to execute him if he wanted to. But that was so cruel. That's Mario. But that was so cruel. He's, just then, Luigi felt a presence next to him, hold on to his waist. He had a feeling who it was, and then he looked down.
Are you alright, Parappa? I.
The dog tore his eyes. The dog tore his eyes off the floor as he looked up at Luigi.
What Ashley. What Ashley said remind me of me and my friends.
Luigi stared at the other, eyes a little wide. He didn't know what to say, but it was true. Parappa wanted to see his friends just as much as Ashley did. The only difference is if someone took their desperation further. But why?
Why what?
There, why would you allow someone else entirely to help in a murder? It was never mentioned in the rules. In fact, it goes against the whole basis of your rules. Ah, that is true. A lot of things so far have been in the gray area. Just don't let me hear the next few words or I'll kill myself in a very, very complicated manner. Going ahead with the first trial because we found the body after the deadline, then allowing someone not to even this damn killing game, quote unquote, to help as a participant.
What? What the heck? Why do you keep betraying your own terms? Oh, come on. I haven't actually gone against any important rule, have I? And anyway, I'm not the only one betraying you all.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the traitor among you all. The traitor? Yep, one of you is actually working with moi. Hi, traitor. How's it going? Oh, actually, you can't reply, can you? Well, you could if you wanted to. Everyone distrust your whole existence. Eh? You're not lying, are you?
Oh God, I can't even do Teto.
You're lying, aren't you? Are you?
There can't be who'd work with him. Sorry about that. I'm rudely interrupted. There can't be who would work with him. It's probably Nagito. Ah, it's not me, I'm afraid. But to be presented with another traitor, I hope I won't have to do something drastic again.
Drastic? Oh, I bet it's gonna be some super cool twist, like they were never alive to begin with.
I think I know what that reference is. I think that's. I think I know. Wait, Peter, what you said? Is the traitor alive?
I'm a gazillion% sure I can see him standing right just here right now. Wow, a gazillion? Well, it must be true.
But
But that can't be right. I don't know. It doesn't matter what you think. They're here. They may be queer, and who knows, they may be queer.
Akuma disappeared as soon as he finished his laugh, and everyone looked around.
There can't be a traitor, right? There's no way.
Everyone had just witnessed an annoyed person lose their life, and now they had been told that there was someone among them who could stab them in the back at any given time. Was What was this traitor's job? To watch over everyone? To kill when no one else would? No one knew. No one wanted to think about it. It was just stress on top of more stress. I think it's going to be uh um what's his name? Yan Chan. Maybe they're holding her senpai hostage or something. Despair on top of more despair. Did you really have to expose Do you really have to expose me like that?
What do you mean? I didn't say who you were. I just told them there's a teeny weeny itty bitty possibility that there might be someone that is a traitor soul.
What if they found out? What am I supposed to do?
They won't. They'll sleep it off. Accuse some rando and then sleep it off again.
I don't think I want to do this anymore anyway.
Oh, but you have to, or else I'll take away your immunity. You'll be like every other student then, hopeless and fighting for your life. Do you really want that?
No, but
Then carry on as you are. You're doing fine. Fine. Now head off before somebody finds you missing. And you don't want them suspecting you or anything?
fine. But why are you hiding behind that bear? I know who you are.
I know, but aren't I just so cute like this? I want to pinch his little cheeks. Okay, for real. It's just to keep my identity safe. I mean, I like taking lots of extra unnecessary precautions here, you know.
You're weird.
And you're a traitor. Now go.
Hmm. Well, that's the end of chapter 2, and that's the end of this episode. So go watch someone else, okay? And I'm just kidding. Next episode should hopefully be up tomorrow. And if you want, you can subscribe, like the video, and say something nice or say something mean. Say something really mean in the comments. I don't know. I don't care. I'll read it. I'll read them. I have time to do that. Well, that's it. Goodbye.